All right, Shalom. First and foremost, give all praise, glory, and honor to y'all, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Arakak, Kodak Bakathum. Double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone, and to all actions across the globe, pushing the word of truth and sincerity. Want to say Shalom. This is Diane Nawa from the Great Millstone Camp of Chicago. We're lesson, and we're gonna beat the dead horse, man. I mean, there's nothing wrong with reiterating and having the same topics, because whatever is hot is what we're gonna preach about, and everything was cool when we were um, so-called sleep. When the majority of our people still sleep. All right, when we were calling ourselves niggas and gangsters and all that stuff. It was cool when we were taking what we were given and being happy with it or being content with it, so to speak. But now, we've come to a time where truth is flourishing. All right, the men of the Lord are out there. The internet has done a great deal of the work, as far as getting this word out. All right, but let's not neglect our forefathers, man. All right, the elders and apostles who have shown us the right way to go. All right, and teaching us teaching us these scriptures, man. All right, that we've opened our eyes and the Spirit of the Lord has come upon us to to uh, 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 to wake us up and bring us back into our heritage. All right, the heritage of Yasharala. All right, knowing the names of Yahweh, the Heavenly Father, the Son Yahweh Shai, which is the Son. All right, and I'm going to get to a few precepts here. All right, because due to recent events and the so-called Great Awakening, so to speak. All right, that people are starting to delve into history and the scriptures, and it's become a table topic discussion. All right, we've always said that although men of the Lord have been out here since the '60s, all right, teaching His word, um, you know, people didn't hear. Truly, it's been a miracle that the Lord has put the Spirit on us to come out here and to teach the scriptures. All right, but also that it falls on so-called deaf ears at times too. All right, because people still don't they didn't understand the message. All right, they don't understand the scriptures. Ultimately, because the Lord ain't dealing with them. All right, but we always said that if Jay-Z or Beyonce or a high-profile celebrity were to acknowledge the truth, so to speak, right, or their form of the truth, which we'll get into that later, that people will listen. Okay? And for the last few years, you had Chingy come out with a song talking about Judah and Kendrick Lamar, I believe it was Kendrick Lamar, or J. Cole, one of them guys talking about Israelites, I'm a Hebrew. All right, you've had it mentioned in songs. Okay, you've of course you got Kanye and you got Kyrie Irving. All right, as the vocal celebrities who are speaking out, so to speak. And although they have to be going off, but it just goes to show that when a person is not a person who has a platform and who are in the public eye, when they speak, people listen. All right, just like that's how you know that the people who are in authority, all right, they set these people up, and the people follow them. All right, that's why you got these trends of sagging the pants and these shicey masks. See, people will follow the image they see on television. But now here's another image that's being put on television and the radio and the media that we're Israelites. Okay, although they don't accept the well, I don't know if they do or not. The Northern Kingdom, which are of the Native Americans and the so-called Latinos as being Israelites, they call them Black Hebrew Israelites, in which black is a derogatory term. All right, but the Israelites are Native Americans, Latinos, and Negroes. All right, but the fact that they're saying that there were Israelites that were Hebrew and that we can't be anti-Sem because we come from Shem. You see, and people are starting to uh, uh, do their own research. All right, So I'm going to get a couple of precepts here, and I'm going to start with Lamentation 2 and 14. It says, Thy prophets have seen vain and foolish things for thee. They have not discovered thine iniquity to turn away thy captivity, but they have seen for thee false burdens and causes of banishment. All right, now we've had false prophets since the beginning of time, which led people astray, which taught, mangled the scriptures and caused our people to go astray, caused them to err. All right, serving other gods and idols, committing heinous acts. That's the reason why we were put into captivity, and we're still in captivity to this day. All right, so all that passed by clapped their hands at thee. They hissed and wagged their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, Is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? All right, and there was a time, all right, that people, they still do look down on us, right? They see us out here with the image of being degenerate, image of being shucking and jiving, being coons and being thugs and gangsters and moles and all that. All right, they look at us as if we are the scum of the earth. All right, and in their mind, that these cannot be the Israelites. Just look at them, you see. But lo and behold, they don't understand that even those degenerates are still the Lord's. All right, they don't understand that we're not going to be in this situation, in this condition for long, man. All right, so right now they're having their time and making us a target and face of hate. All right, of the scapegoat for all that's wrong in America. You see, and they're trying to hold on to the last bit of power that they got by trying to demonize us, by trying taking down our videos, right, by pushing the narrative that we're a hate group, that we're terrorists, and that we're pedophiles. You see, but all this is coming to an end, right? It's Isaiah 51. And Isaiah 51, and I'm gonna start at 22. Thus saith thy Lord, the Yahweh, and thy power that pleased the cause of his people. I have taken out of thine hand the cup of trembling, even the dregs of the cup of my fury. Thou shalt no more drink it again. All right, and this is going to be in the kingdom. All right, that we're going to get revenge on our enemies, and they're going to go through double what we went through. Okay, you see. So our captivity here is almost over, man. All right, this is the point. But I will put it into the hand of them that afflict thee, which have said to thy soul, Bow down, that we may go over. And thou hast laid thy body at the ground, and the street to them that went over. Like you do look at Psalm 83, which talks about the enemies of Israel, man. All right, which were the Moabites, the Ammonites. You see the Ishmaelites, them Africans, and let's not forget Esau and Amalek, man. They've all walked over us. They've all despised us and misused us. You see, we were hung from trees. We were tarred or feathered. We were made, Issachar, we made it take gasoline baths. Okay, shark bait and shark food and alligator bait. You see, these things have been done to us by the hands of our enemies, man. All right, all of those who had a part in our captivity, had a part in our downfall, all right, they're going to get judged. All right, this is the time where no longer I'm going to be a footstool and a stepping stone. You see, because Jacob's getting riled up, and that's going to bring into the next precept. This is Genesis 40, 49, and 9. It says, Judah is a lion's whelp from the prey. My son, thou art gone up. He stooped down. He couched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? All right. And Judah was is the head of the tribes of Israel, man. The Lord sprang out of the waters of Judah. Okay. And Judah is being roused up now. You see, the things that Esau tried to hide, the things that they tried to not be revealed are being revealed. All right, the atrocities and the tragedies. All right, the documents and the records, the historical artifacts are all testifying against them. And now through the addition of this internet, the addition of actually the men of the Lord, scratch that, the men of the Lord who are out here prophesying highways and byways, all right, are putting the vibration of who we are out there for our people. For those who are intended to get it, they're going to get it. All right? And Jacob being roused up now because people are going to do their own research. All right? And to be honest, there's people that are on these social media sites who are not, so to speak, in camps or anything like that, but they're going to the scriptures, and hey, it fits about who we are, man. All right, you can't get past Deuteronomy 28, man. All right, but also you got other precepts, other books, and the whole Bible clearly tells who the Israelites are, man. Did you couple that with the records, the historical artifacts, and much more than that is Esau's record, man. The prophecies definitely are and clearly tell you who the son of perdition is, the son of destruction, which is Esau Edom, man. All right, he's just using these celebrities, all right, as some of these celebrities are using their platform, all right, to go against this man. Now, I will say this too, all right, that we know if they're sincere or not in the end, all right, whether they're really committed to what they're saying, all right, but the point being that it's out there, all right, and people are taking notice, all right, they're going to the pages and they're commenting on the comment boards, they're making them little 30-minute or 30-second snippets on these TikToks and these Snapchats and these Twitter pages and stuff like that, all right. Jacob's starting to see what it is that the Bible is truly talking about them. This is Ezekiel 37. Matter of fact, let's get back into Isaiah real quick. No, okay, never mind. This is Salakia. Ezekiel 37, and I'm starting at 1. The hand of the Lord was upon me and carried me out in the spirit of the Lord and set me down in the midst of the valley, which is full of bones. All right, that valley here is Great America, is America. All right, and that valley represents a low point, low morals, low standards, low vibration. You see? It says, and caused me to pass by them round about. And behold, there were very many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry. All right, so these bones are just sitting out in the desert getting cooked. All right, it's like that skeleton you see in science class that the teacher has in front of the classroom. You can just see the bone structure. All right, that's how it was laid out all across America, right? And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, O Lord Yahweh, thou knowest. Again he said unto me, prophesy upon these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh unto these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live. All right, and that breath, all right, is the law, statutes, commandments, man. All right, the breath that will breathe into these bones, all right, is the elect. All right, who the Lord has predestined to carry His word out, man. Kyrie Irving and Kanye and other celebrities, the Kendrick Lamars and the Chingies and all them other people who are in a position to use their voice and to acknowledge at least that we're Israelites. Well, where they get it from? They got it from the men of the Lord. Okay? They watch our videos. They have family members in respective camps. You see, we're not as hidden as we think we are, man. All right? And I will lay sinews upon you, and I will bring up flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath on you, and ye shall live, and you know that I am the Lord. Right, man? The Lord He covered us with His Spirit. We're no longer Negroes. We're no longer Mexicans. We're no longer Haitians. We're no longer Jamaicans. But we're Israelites, Hebrew Israelites. All right? We've walked away from the Quran, the Christian church, Catholicism. All right? And picked up our heritage again, man. All right, for we were discontinued from our heritage for a minute. But now, that's when we were dry. But now the Lord covered us. He covered us with His Spirit. All right, now we know who we are. Now we know what it means to be sons of the living power, man. Yasharallah, He is Prince of the power. He Prince power. Yah, He, or Yah, the, Shar, Prince, Allah power, man. You see? This is what Esau is afraid of, man. That now we're no longer identifying ourselves, all right, as those bywords, man. You see? And being for us does not mean that we hate everybody, in which we do, because the Lord said, David said, I hate them that hate thee, O Lord, with a perfect hatred. All right? You see? But the point is that us telling the world who we are, start with the men of the Lord who are there on the highways and byways, sacrificing their lives, hazarding their lives. All right? We're telling you who we are. We're telling you who our power is. We're prophesying the downfall of this place. We're prophesying the captivity of these heathens. All right? Now that we're doing that, it's a problem. It's a problem now that we're acknowledging the atrocities and the misdeeds, the ill dealings by our captives. Now it's a problem. Now it's a problem when we speak out, all right, and denounce the wickedness of Esau Edom, man. You see? All right? Jacob's not going to shuck and jive forever, man. And that's prophecy. As you can read it here, right? Verse 7, so I prophesied as I was commanded, and I prophesied there was a noise, and behold, a shaking, and the bones came together, bone to his bone. Right? So we are gathered together, man. All right, the Lord is bringing us back to our nationality, back to our heritage, back to our source of power. All right? That bone to bone, all right, are our relatives, our brothers, man. Of the 12 tribes, Zebulun, Asher, Gad, Reuben, Levi, Issachar. You see? All right? And when I behold, lo, the sinews and the flesh came upon them, and the skin covered them above, but there was no breath in them. Then said he unto me, prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh, come from the four winds, or breath, and breathe upon these slain that they may live, man. All right? That breath is the truth. All right? The Lord woke us up through His Spirit and put that breath in us, man. That breath of life. All right? So I prophesied as He commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived and stood upon their feet, an exceeding great army, man. And this is what they're afraid of, man. All right? They're afraid of Jake being woken up. When I say Jake, I mean the northern and southern kingdom, man. All right? The Native Americans, the Latinos, and the Negroes. That's what they're afraid of, man. Okay? The apostles got a story where that Khazar or Amalek, Edomite, I'll say it like that, they said they spent all this money to keep this truth hidden. You see? In the testimony here in Chicago, we was on downtown teaching in front of CVS, and the Arab guy, I believe it was Arab, put up in a Lamborghini or Ferrari or something, got out in the middle of traffic and said, everything you're saying is true. You see? The acknowledgement of us recognizing our power and our identity is what's scaring these Edomites, man. We can no longer be walked over. We can no longer be looked down as degenerates and miscreants of the earth, man. All right? Let me see. I don't want to keep reading all this. There's another, here we go right here. This is jumping down to 15. It says, the word of the Lord came again unto me, saying, moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick, and write upon it for Judah, the southern kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, and for the children of Israel, his companions. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel is his companions. And that's the northern kingdom, man. All right? And join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in thy hand. All right? And that's what they're seeing. And the elites are watching our videos. They see the many variations of Israelites. All right? They see the so-called Caucasian-looking brothers. The speckled bird brothers. They're seeing the brown brothers, all right, all mingled into one camp, teaching the same thing, all right, standing side by side, willing to die, willing to go the extra mile for each other. You see? This is a great fear that they have, man, that he's seeing the black and brown getting down, man. Because the division, the separation of the tribes are being fixed. The breach is being fixed, and this is something that they hate. This is something that they do not want. All right, we're not black Hebrew Israelites. We are Hebrew Israelites, the Native Americans, the Latinos, and the so-called Negroes, man. All right. And when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, will thou not show us what thou meanest by these? Say to them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim. Ephraim is the head tribe of the northern kingdom. And the tribes of Israel, the fellows, will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick, and there shall be one in mine hand. Okay? All right, we are one of the Lord, man. All right, one thing that Kanye West and these other guys, they don't understand is that the northern kingdom, all right, the so-called Latinos, hey, they're Israelites too, man. The curses fit them too. You see? And by them not acknowledging that, no, it tells me either they lack understanding, which is obvious, all right? But they don't understand the scriptures, man, all right? And the sticks whereon thou writest, hold on. Right. And the sticks whereon thou writest shall be in the hand before thine eyes. All right. Then when you read the New Living Translation, it says, to hold out the pieces of wood you have inscribed so the people can see them. That's where you get the 12 tribe sign from. That's why all the camps have a 12 tribe sign in front of them when they preach. All right. When people walk past, they stop and look, and they see, oh, shoot, I'm not Jamaican, I'm Benjamin. I'm not Haitian, I'm Levi. Or I'm not black, I'm a Judite. You see? Then they begin to inquire, all right? In Revelations 11 and 11. It says, and after 3 days and a half, the Spirit of life from the Most High entered into them. They stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. All right, you got to read that in Ezekiel. All right, the Spirit of the Lord entered into us. Now we can't be deceived by these narratives all right, by these stereotypes that have been put on our people, man. This is what they're afraid of, man. All right. Yeah, we were dead. Yeah, we were doormats and stepping stools for these heathens. Hey, but now we're coming together, man. The Lord has gathered us by the word, man, like it says in Baruch. And this is the problem that Ishas have, man. This is the problem that the world has, is that they're seeing the tribes, the spirit of the Lord being aroused, man, being woken up. You see? With that, I'm going to say, call Allah, y'all must be out shy. I want to see Apostle in here on the great millstone. Till next time, Shalom and a Bible bar.